Buckle up, because what you are about to hear is a masterclass in delusion, manipulation, and breathtaking self-unawareness, and it comes from a woman serving a life sentence for murdering her boyfriend. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This content discusses a real criminal case involving serious violence. The following commentary is based on publicly available court records, trial evidence, and recorded prison communications. The opinions expressed here are for analysis and commentary purposes only. This video is not affiliated with or endorsed by any parties involved in the case, and it is not intended to harass, threaten, or defame anyone. We also want to acknowledge and credit Third Rail True Crime for their detailed coverage and archival material related to this case, which has helped bring broader context to these events. Let us be crystal clear right up front, because context matters enormously here. Sarah Boone is not an innocent woman wrongly imprisoned, frantically trying to navigate a broken system. Sarah Boone was convicted of second-degree murder. She locked her boyfriend in a suitcase, zip-tied in the Florida heat, and he died. There is video. She filmed it. She laughed on the recording while he begged for air. That is the person whose voice you are about to hear. Now she is calling Peter, who, for reasons that will become increasingly baffling the longer you listen, has agreed to serve as her de facto legal assistant, power of attorney, personal shopper, and emotional support system. All for free, all while maintaining his own life and family on the outside. And from the very first seconds of this call, Sarah Boone does what Sarah Boone apparently always does. She makes everything about Sarah Boone. Not a hello. Not a, how are you? Just an immediate, breathless torrent of complaints, instructions, grievances, and guilt. The call has not been connected for 30 seconds before she is already performing her signature move, framing every unmet expectation as a personal betrayal, and making Peter feel like a failure for simply being a human being with limits. What you are going to witness over the next several minutes is genuinely fascinating from a psychological standpoint. This woman, who is serving life in prison for a horrific crime, has somehow constructed an internal narrative in which she is the victim. She is the one being let down. She is the one whose needs are not being met. The audacity required to maintain that worldview, from inside a prison cell while calling a man who is volunteering his time to help you, is, frankly, staggering. Stay until the end. The most revealing moment in this entire call comes in the last few minutes, and when you hear it, you will understand everything. And when you are done watching, we want your reaction in the comments. Have you ever dealt with someone like this in your own life? Someone who takes everything and makes you feel guilty for not giving more? Tell us. Drop a comment. Hit like if this already has your jaw on the floor. Let's get into it.
Institution. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Are you available?
I am.
Okay, thank you.
So what's going on?
Okay, forgive me, but listen. I'm sorry if I come across cross, but you signing up to be like my power of attorney and being able to file things online with me and everything else that you agreed to help me with, I have nobody else to do it. So if you don't do it, then I don't have anybody else I can't even ask Nicole. Nicole's like, Sarah, I don't have access to that. Sarah, I can't do that. So I'm like SOL with having you help me.
Access to what?
She can't file anything for me. She can't open certain things. She doesn't know she can't even read the documents that you can, because you're in the certificate.
Okay, so I've gotten served some stuff, but I still have no access to anything. I'm just on the list. Have you not gotten any of their letters?
No, nothing. I haven't even gotten the instructions from the judge.
You still haven't gotten the instructions from the judge?
No. Peter, why do you think that I'm really, really, really trying my darndest to keep it together and not run screaming or jump off the highest whatever I can, I can't explain it to you. That's why I thought you were leaving me high and dry. Well, I'm like, well, you know what? Nothing.
I'm not leaving you high and dry, Sarah. I'm trying to, I'm trying to survive.
No.
So here's what I think. I think that the first thing that you got to do is get this information that you're supposed to be getting. And I don't know why you're not getting it, but that's like the number one thing.
Yes, I know. Okay, but the thing is, though, Markel keeps sending me his crap, and it's a lot of ammunition, and I just don't know what to do with it.
He's sending you all of his stuff?
Not all of it. That's one of the things. So if you don't mind, if it's not too much to ask, please. But on May 10th, I sent you a message, trying to find out where you were, and Julian ended up writing me back. But there's only 1, 2, 3,
Sarah, hang on
4, 5.
one second.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Are you sure you're available?
Yeah, I am. I am.
I could call you later.
No, I got it. Okay.
Can you look at my email that I sent you, or the message that I sent on May 10th? Because then those are the things, if you could help me figure those things out or just give me an answer, I'll have a better mindset.
Yeah, so just, can you read them to me now?
Yes, I'm ready when you are.
I am.
Okay, said that she sent you the Easter presents for Lucas. Have you had a moment, or Julian, or anybody to figure out what's going on with those? Because he keeps asking me.
Okay, so I'm not sure where any of that stands. I know that Julian had ordered those things and like spent $40 on it. I don't know whether he got the money back.
He did, got it refunded, and I thought it was you or he that said, send me whatever it is. I think it was you that said, just send me whatever it is. And so I think I sent it 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Both you guys.
Okay, now you're jogging my memory. There was a piece of music that you wanted him to send.
A vinyl.
When he tries to buy it, it says like explicit lyrics, and the person that's receiving it has to be over a certain age. And he's like, this isn't my kid. I'm not sending this. And I understand why. He doesn't want to be sending a 14-year-old kid something that has an NC-17 rating on it, because that's just going to come back and bite him. And bite you, frankly.
No, it's not. Brian knows that I'm getting it for him because he was originally going to, but Lucas said, no, let Mom do it. He'd rather have it from me.
Regardless, if you want, if Brian wants to get it for him, have him get it. I'll try and figure out a way to get him the $40 or whatever. But Julian's not comfortable sending it, and I'm not either. I'm not going to send something that says explicit lyrics to a kid that's not mine, that's 14 years old. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
If you want me to send a gift card or something like that, I'm happy to do that. But yeah, I just can't.
I understand.
Okay.
I totally get it.
All right.
Did you get the other link? Because it's a tie set that he can wear to his middle school graduation and then for his job interview for his magnet high school that he's going to.
What was that?
There's also a tie set, a tie, a handkerchief, and cufflinks that he can wear to his high school or to his middle school graduation, and then also for his job interview for his magnet high school he's going to.
Okay. Yeah.
She helped pick that out also, and
Yeah.
I think that's like
Honestly, I really don't have the time to be like doing all this stuff. I'm like doing. You have no idea how busy I am.
I understand,
How much?
which is why she sent the direct link.
Please just wait.
She sent the direct link to you guys.
Okay.
All you have
It's
to
not
do is
just
click on it.
yeah, it's not just clicking on it. It's every second of every day is taken for. So if I can, let me send Nicole a little bit of money, and then she can figure this all out. And I understand the currency issues, and that's fine. I'll take care of that. I'll figure it out. But I can't be like dealing with like the ordering and tracking down when it's missed, and I literally do not have the time.
Okay, well, it was just one fluke last time, and it's just turning into something that it's really not, but that's fine.
Okay,
I don't know why.
I don't have the time, Sarah. If I did, I would do it. I literally do not have the time. So if can help you order it, I'll send the $40 over to her, and then she can buy it all.
She can't because it's $80 over there. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why we tried to avoid her. And I'm just confused because one moment it's like, sure, Sarah, no problem. Here, you can get whatever you need or whatever you want. And then it's just, now it's just like unavailability. And it's just, we try to do what you tell us to do, and which is what I did with the direct links. And it's just, I'm just really confused of what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to do it and when I'm supposed to do it.
Oh, you've been talking about the Easter thing?
Yes. And I mean, I don't mean to be a complete, whatever, but just like, I know Nicole and I tried to take care of this from the get-go.
We did everything you told us to do. Nicole gave us the address. We bought
the
stuff.
We
sent it.
We got like a $17 present, and then ended up being a $40 thing that you guys just randomly picked out, and that's why it was just on Walmart, and it could have been there on time. That's why I'm saying it just got all screwy and weird, and just like.
No, because we couldn't order it through.
I don't get it.
All right, Sarah.
I know. I
Okay,
don't understand.
listen, you wanted us to buy something for $24. We couldn't do it through Walmart. We went ahead and I picked out some nice stuff for you for $40 so that we could get it there on time.
For sure.
It got there, and it was the wrong address, which was not our fault. Sent us that address.
No.
Okay.
And it's not mine either. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. It's just, it's all stupid now.
But
you all angry at me or Lucas.
But honestly, Luke getting his Easter present is the least of your problems.
No, it's actually not, because it gives me something that I know brings him joy, and it's natural joy, and it's something that I don't have to worry about with super stupid, awful strings attached. So no, this has been actually a really nice change of scenery, which is why it's actually been making me.
So what do you want me to do? I mean, I'm not going to order an explicit record.
I understand.
So what do you want me to do?
Okay, well, you instructed me to send direct links to you and Julian. So that's what I did, I think 2 weeks ago or whatever else it was. So now it's just you asked me what was on my list.
No, it wasn't 2 weeks ago. We just got these links like last week. And Julian looked at the links and he said that one of them's an explicit record.
Yes.
And we're not going to send that because I've been busy for the last week.
Get it.
This first time I can talk to you, so now I'm trying to tell you I can't order that because it's an explicit. It says on the thing, this is an explicit record. Are you over 17? And yes, I am, but the child's not.
I'm not trying to talk you into getting him that. I thought we had moved on to that, so that's why I was trying to see if he could at least get the tie set, and maybe you could.
I will get the tie set, and I will take care of that. I will get that done. I promise. And we won't have to go through Nicole or any of that stuff.
That's fine, because she feels bad anyway for not getting the chocolate and the little thing before. So, I mean, so what? So it's just extra seconds for you to have to use in order to order the tie set, and then send her money?
And do what?
So it's extra seconds for you to have to waste to order the tie set and then send her money? Or are you just going to send her money for all of it?
No, I'm going to get him the tie set and whatever the fuck it is that you want me to send him, but I'm not going to send him the record. If you want something...
Yes, I know that.
Okay, so if you want me to send him the tie set, I'm happy to do it.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, but let's talk about the legal...
Okay. We need to stop here and catalog what just happened, because it is more chaotic than it might appear on first listen. Sarah Boone, who has a pretrial custody hearing in 15 days, who has not received instructions from the judge, who has not been able to review an 8-page pretrial statement filed against her, and whose parental rights are in active jeopardy, just spent the first several minutes of this precious time prison call arguing about an Easter present. Not just mentioning it, arguing about it. Going in circles about who said what, who sent which link, who spent whose money, whose fault the wrong address was, and whether or not a 14-year-old should receive an explicit record from a man who is not his father. And when Peter, quite reasonably, points out that Lucas getting his Easter present is the least of your problems, Sarah pushes back. Art. Because in Sarah Boone's world, Sarah Boone's emotional needs are always the priority. Always. Let's talk about what Sarah is actually doing here, because it is a recognizable pattern for anyone who has dealt with a manipulative personality. Step 1. She opens the call with forgive me, immediately preloading guilt before a single complaint has even been made. She is essentially saying, I know what I am about to do is unreasonable, but I am going to do it anyway, and I need you to have already forgiven me before I start. That is not an apology. That is armor. Step 2. She frames every unmet task as abandonment. Peter has not gotten instructions from the judge. Therefore, in Sarah's telling, he is leaving her high and dry. He has not ordered a tie set yet. Therefore, he is unavailable and unreliable. He is confused about the Easter present timeline. Therefore, he is not listening. Every single thing Peter has not done is evidence of betrayal. Nothing he has done is ever mentioned. Step 3, and this one is genuinely breathtaking. When Peter says he is trying to survive, Sarah immediately one-ups him with, I'm trying to keep my head under water. Now, on its face that sounds like a powerful statement about her desperate situation. But watch how she uses it, not to create mutual understanding, but to shut down Peter's legitimate expression of overwhelm. She is not saying, I know we're both struggling. She is saying, my struggle is bigger, so yours doesn't count. That is not a partnership. That is a hostage dynamic. And then, the explicit record. A woman serving life for murder wants her volunteer legal assistant to purchase an explicit music album for her teenage son, over the objection of the person doing the purchasing, because the kid would rather have it from mom. When Peter and Julian both decline, for completely reasonable child safeguarding reasons, Sarah does not say fair enough. She argues. She reframes it. She finds a new angle. This is what manipulation looks like in the wild, people. It does not always look like screaming. Sometimes it looks exactly like this. Endless, exhausting low-grade pressure that reframes every refusal as a failure and every boundary as a betrayal. Keep watching. Because the legal section of this call, which is coming up next, is where it genuinely escalates. And Peter is about to make a very important observation that Sarah will, naturally, find a way to turn against him. What do you think so far? Drop a comment and tell us, have you ever been the Peter in a relationship like this? We think more people will relate than you might expect.
The legal stuff.
That's fine. Did you have the guardian ad litem motion filed?
I thought you said that you wanted to do that when you have your meeting with Brian.
No. That's why I sent you the revisions to put that in, and I thought that you said, I think last time you were going to work on it on the weekend.
Yeah, well, then I got so
I know.
slammed. It's like I can't. So, okay, so you sent me that stuff, and you want me to file that, the guardian ad litem thing, with those changes.
If you, I have my tablet here, so I can.
If you sent me the changes, Sarah, I will make them, and I will.
I did.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you, I sent them to you on. So all you have to do is just go back. And then just the few things afterwards that I sent on the list. I mean, because like I said, I can't do any of this, so it's me just wondering, with your accessibility tab.
How did you file motions before? I mean, you did it through mail, right? I mean, I'm just and I'm going to help you, Sarah, as much as I possibly can. But like, what are the options? If let's say I the 15 motions that I've already filed, like what would you been doing without that?
I wouldn't be able to do that. In county, I would handwrite them, but I also had access to an application on my tablet with a law library. I don't have that here. And then anything and everything that's in regards to a family law, they don't have anything about that here. I told you the last time I got up and I walked out because of how awful the clerk treated me, and I just left.
So there's no family law stuff in the family law library?
Correct. Or on the computer. It's all appeals and criminal cases.
That's fucking incredible, isn't it?
How do you think I feel? I've gone down there 4 times and been treated like shit every single time, and the last time I got up and I walked out.
Okay, so if you want me to do the guardian ad litem thing, that's probably going to be in like a day or two.
Sent you the message on May 8th at 12:05 p.m.
Yeah, and Sarah, I've been like I said, I've been slammed. I mean, I'm trying to keep my head above water here. You know, I'm not like getting paid for this. I'm not like.
I get it, but I'm trying to keep my head underwater. So think about that.
Sarah, I know, but you can understand. Like, I got a family I got to feed and stuff.
No, but I just wish you wouldn't have started. That's all, because then I would have just been able to figure whatever else.
Wait, if I didn't.
This is why I don't rely on anybody.
Sarah, are you fucking kidding me? You know how much work I've done for you?
I do. Yes, but I simply.
So you wish I never started or did any of this stuff for you? Nothing.
You, I wish, would not have taken on so much responsibility because now I have to rely on you.
You don't have to. Who else are you? Who else is gonna? Okay, all right. I don't.
No,
really
help me understand.
Help you? Okay, I'm happy to help you understand.
Yes, please.
You have nobody.
Are
You're saying like, I wish I wouldn't have relied on you. Okay, so if you're not relying on me, what were your alternatives?
Nothing.
Okay, so I'm doing everything I possibly can to help you. So that's all gravy for you. So don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I think you're totally, as usual with everybody in my life, misconstruing what I'm trying to listen.
Then explain to me, what are you trying to say? Because I'm confused.
Okay, I'm in prison with a life sentence. I'm trying to fight for my life, for my son, with my son, and for have any type of money so I can eat something without having shakes and falling off my top bunk. I know that you decided to be as my friend to help me, not being a lawyer, and through all of this, for all of this, through all of this. But yes, now that I have you've given me expectations of things of you and me working together where it's like we don't start something and then it can't be finished. And I understand you have a life on the outside just like Julian does and everyone else, which I myself would like to have at one point also. But at the same time, though, I can't do this without you. But you've had me have that reality check where it's like, well, he's on the outside with a computer, with access to the courts, you actually have pen and paper and stamps. I don't even have that in here. So I have nothing. So you have everything. So when you show me that you have something of your everything that I can have, I'm going to try and take it. I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm just trying to take the whole mouth. That's what I'm trying to do. So if you give me that opportunity, and I'm just not trying to settle for nothing. Great for you. I don't know how any other way that I can take it or say thank you other than thank you.
I was very, very clear with you from the beginning of this month. And I said, listen, I'm going to help you as much as I can. And frankly, I have completely
Yes.
burned myself because I've spent so much time trying to do stuff. Okay. So, and I told you that I was going to help you as much as I can. And I have. I think I've gone way over and above than anybody would ever do. I understand you're in your situation, but that doesn't change the fact that I can only do so much. One, I'm not an attorney. Two, I'm not getting paid for this. Three, I'm trying to support my own family. And, I got people here that rely on me.
I don't know why we're.
And I know it might not be enough for you.
It's more than.
But it's all I can do.
It's more than enough. But my thing is, though,
But it's
I
not,
can't
Sarah.
see
But
certificate
Sarah,
of services.
not,
I
Sarah,
can't do
it's
anything
not.
online.
Sarah, it's not enough for you because you're complaining and you're telling me that I'm failing you. And
Not once have I, and not once did the word fail come out of my mouth.
no, you said I set these expectations and that, like,
Okay, let me ask you this.
yeah.
Can I go online? Can I go online?
No, I don't think, no.
Can I file anything?
No.
Can I read anything? Can I even mail a letter? Like, even if I wanted to mail a letter, I can't even do that. Like, if I wanted to mail my own motion, I can't even do that.
If I had all the free time in the world,
I'm not asking
but I
that.
can't do
I don't
that.
know how that's all turned around like it's crazy over, like, man, like, I just don't understand how it turned into this.
I can tell you how, because you're
And I've not even complained once.
No, I'm not. Okay. You're frustrated because you can't get stuff done and you don't have enough resources out there. And the one resource that's doing anything for you, you're saying it's not enough. And I can understand.
I've never said that.
Understand that you're frustrated, but I'm telling you.
You don't know why we're having this conversation. I don't understand why you feel the way that you're feeling over all of this. I've never said anything derogatory or anything about you not doing enough for me. I just don't understand. I was repeating to you the instructions that you gave to me over Lucas's effing Easter present, and then this is where we are.
You're telling.
I'm just trying to take the whole mouth. There it is. Probably the most honest thing Sarah Boone has ever said on tape, and she does not even realize it. Let's break this down piece by piece because Sarah just gave us a window into her psychology that is genuinely illuminating. First, the setup. Peter has now explicitly listed everything he has done for Sarah. 15 motions filed. His own money spent. Time he does not have taken from a family that depends on him. He is not a lawyer. He is not being paid. He said from the beginning he would help as much as he could. By any objective measure, Peter has gone so far beyond what anyone could reasonably expect from a friend that it is almost incomprehensible. Most people would have quietly disappeared after motion number 3. And Sarah's response? You've given me expectations. Read that back. Peter did something extraordinary for her and she turned it into a debt he now owes. He set a high bar by being incredibly generous, and Sarah's position is that he is now obligated to maintain that bar indefinitely. This is one of the most classically manipulative dynamics in human psychology. Reward generosity with escalating demands, and punish the withdrawal of those demands as betrayal. Then comes the monologue. Sarah launches into a speech about how she has nothing, he has everything, and therefore anything he has is something she is entitled to reach for. I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm just trying to take the whole mouth. Now, she means this as a justification. As an explanation for why her demands are reasonable. But what she has actually done is describe, with startling precision, the predatory logic of a person who has decided that someone else's resources are their birthright simply because they need them more. And here is the truly wild part. She says this in the same breath as, I don't rely on anybody. She has just spent 20 minutes demanding that Peter do everything for her. She has expressed that she wished he had never started, because now she has to rely on him. And in the very next moment, she declares herself someone who does not rely on anybody. The cognitive dissonance required to hold all of these positions simultaneously, in real time, out loud, on a recorded call, is extraordinary. Now let's address the elephant in the room that Sarah keeps dragging in, her life sentence. She mentions it repeatedly throughout this call, almost as a trump card. And yes, being in prison with a life sentence is a devastating circumstance. No reasonable person disputes that. But Sarah Boone is not in prison because of a misunderstanding or a broken system. She is in prison because she killed someone. She filmed herself doing it. And the child she is fighting so hard to remain connected to, Lucas, is the child of the man she murdered. We are not saying her parental rights do not matter. That is a complex legal and ethical question. What we are saying is that framing Peter's occasional delays as a moral failure, while positioning herself as the wronged party in every interaction, requires a level of self-serving distortion that is genuinely breathtaking to witness. Watch what happens next in the legal discussion. Because Sarah is about to reveal that she has not been receiving court documents, cannot access court filings, and is essentially flying blind on a 15-day deadline. And somehow, impossibly, the primary emotion she conveys is not fear or urgency. It is irritation at Peter. This is the part where we want your take. In the comments right now, watching this call, do you think Sarah Boone genuinely believes she is the reasonable one in this dynamic? Or is this calculated? Drop your read on her psychology below.
Telling me that, like, oh, you can't take 5 seconds to type, to order this or order that. Say, man, I got only so many minutes in a day that I can spend on this. Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll get in the tie. I'll do that. Don't worry about it. I'll figure out. I'll lose another 5 minutes of sleep. That's fine. But
Okay, but I would like to please make sure that you understand this. You instructed me about the Easter present. I followed your instructions. I did what you asked me to do. For the guardian ad litem, you instructed me to send my minute revisions. I did that. So I'm following your instructions. So it's just, you're telling me to do these things. I do these things, and then what?
okay, well, life happens, and I'm stuck trying to keep my own head above water here, and I'm doing everything I can.
I know you are.
So, like I said, I'll get the tie thing sent, and I'll get the guardian ad litem motion. I think that you should actually bring that to your pretrial, but if
How
you're very
can I
honest
bring a
with you,
guardian ad litem motion to my pretrial when I'm on a telephone in a dark closet while they're in the courtroom?
okay, like I said, I will get that filed, and
I just wanted to make sure the revisions that are on May 8th that you asked me to do, and I did on 12:05 p.m. May 8th.
okay, I'll look at them. What are the other big ticket things that we have? Because, and then I'll just tell you like what I can do, what I can't do. But I mean, at the end of the day, Sarah, like you got 15 days. The most important thing that you can be focused on is coming up with the parental plan and what you would be agree to as terms of a settlement. Because you do not want to go to court.
Have you read the 8-page trial file, the pretrial filing? This was filed by Martel.
No, I haven't seen any of that. I don't have access to the court filings. I'm still not approved.
You were included on the. You were included because it was a filing, so you are included in that filing. So
What was it called?
it's a pretrial, the pretrial statement from Brian and Martel. Eight pages.
How do you even know that even exists?
Told me that it was filed.
Okay, so that's in the county clerk's thing. She has access. I thought she said that she got access to all that stuff.
She does not. I'm not sure where you got that information from.
Well, she was the one that told me get it notarized. She sent me the application, exactly what she did.
Well, then I don't know why she would go the extra effort or mile to tell me what's on there and just not read them to me.
Okay, I don't either, but I was under the understanding that she had access to all those documents. I know Lana did. So
There's a
okay, so
pretrial
what
statement.
do you want me to do?
I mean, I would like to know what it reads, please.
Yeah,
The pre-trial meeting that Martel was supposed to schedule with me, I don't know, is that something that the judge was supposed to order, or is it a recommendation? Is it something that she highly tries to implement, or what?
no, he's supposed to do it.
Right, because then they prepared their pre-trial statement, which means that it appears that I was the one who did not want to have anything to do with it, which is what they did to me the first time and the last time.
All right, so do you want me to email Martel and say no?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll.
And if you could please, after you read it to me briefly in the judge's instructions where whatever the blurb is, if you could write it verbatim per the instructions of whatever the document is, you are supposed to, by law, case law, or whatever the heck it is, schedule this meeting with Sarah Boone, which you have not done so, and she has been avidly and eagerly awaiting. So whatever the instructions are, please, if you could write that exactly in there, because he got the same copy you did. I just haven't gotten it, which is really crazy.
You've gotten no mail since you've
Correct.
been since you've been at the annex house. You read me something that it was like you got something from the court.
The only thing I've ever gotten were the instructions for the case management conference when I was on the other compound. Martel sends me all of his stuff, but I don't get anything from the judge here yet.
Well, you're gonna get that thing from Martel. It just hasn't gotten through the system yet, right?
I'm guessing so. I do not know when he mailed it or when he sent it or filed it or anything else. I don't have access to a computer.
Well, you talked to. When did she tell you about it?
Yesterday.
Okay, so that's why you haven't got it yet, because you just filed it.
But she also said, too, that the understanding is that the pre-trial statement is prepared and filed because the mediation
You have 1 minute remaining.
was ignored or never done. And that's why I keep asking you, please, if you don't mind, if it's something that he has to do.
If you need to do your pre-trial statement, I have no idea, Sarah.
No, the pre-trial meeting, the mediation.
If you have to do that,
If he had to do that, he's the one that was in charge of coordinating it, but he never coordinated it.
right. And my understanding is when I read it to you was that it sounded like that was something he was going to have to do.
I'll call you back without it hanging up. So if that's okay with you.
And that is where the tape ends. On a 1-minute warning. On a thank you. On a promise to call back that Peter, God bless him, will probably keep. Let's take stock of everything we just witnessed in this single phone call. Because it is a lot. Sarah Boone has a pretrial custody hearing in 15 days. She has not seen the 8-page pretrial statement filed by opposing counsel. She has not received instructions from the judge. She has not been able to review any court documents. She has not reached out to find out whether mediation was ever properly scheduled or skipped. She has 15 days. And she spent the first half of this call on Easter Presents. Not because she forgot about the legal stakes, but because for Sarah Boone the emotional temperature of her daily life, whether Peter is being sufficiently attentive, whether Lucas got his tie, whether she feels heard and validated, perpetually crowds out the practical urgency of her actual situation. This is not a woman who is strategically prioritizing. This is a woman who is constitutionally incapable of tolerating the emotional discomfort of unresolved grievances, even when the clock is ticking on her parental rights. And then there is Peter's line, the one that sums up this entire call in 7 words, I don't know how this all turned around. That line. He spent time and money and sleep filing 15 motions for this woman. He showed up. He answered. He promised the tie set. He promised the guardian ad litem motion. He said he would email Martel. And somehow, at the end of all of that, he is the one sitting there bewildered, asking how the conversation ended up being about his failures. That is Sarah Boone's superpower. And superpower is not a compliment. It is her demonstrable, consistent, documented ability to reshape any interaction so that she is the wounded party and the other person is the one who needs to do better. We see it in this call. We see it in the documentary footage. We see it in the trial record. It is a pattern. Now, let us be fair and say the obvious thing. Prison is genuinely terrible. Being incarcerated while fighting a family law case with no access to legal resources, on a monitored timed call, that is a legitimately horrible situation. We are not dismissing the real hardships. But hardship does not explain away behavior. Lots of people face impossible circumstances without turning every conversation into an exercise in emotional manipulation. Hardship is context. It is not a pass. And the final irony of this call? Sarah Boone, who killed a man on camera, is fighting in family court to maintain her parental rights to Lucas. And the person working hardest to make that happen, harder than any lawyer, harder than any advocate, is Peter, a private citizen. A man she does not hesitate to berate on a recorded prison phone call for not clicking on a Walmart link fast enough. We will leave you with the question that we cannot stop thinking about. Is there a version of this story where Peter eventually walks away? And if he does, what happens to Sarah? What happens to Lucas? And was any of this ever really about Lucas at all? Now we want your take in the comments and do not hold back. I'm just trying to take the whole mouth. Is that the most self-revealing thing you have ever heard someone say without realizing it? What does it tell you about how Sarah sees the people around her? Do you think Peter will eventually reach his breaking point? What would you do in his position? Is Sarah Boone the most exhausting person you have ever heard on a prison call? Or have you encountered someone like this in your own life? And the big one. Should someone convicted of murdering their child's parent have the right to fight for custody of that child? We want to hear your honest view. Drop every one of your thoughts below. We read every comment. We respond. This community is the whole point. If this episode had you floored, frustrated, or just completely unable to look away, hit that like button right now. And if you are not yet subscribed, hit subscribe and ring the bell. We release new episodes every week and every single one is like this. Real calls, real documents, real stakes, no fluff. Until next time, stay safe, stay sharp, and take care of one another.